What's up, what's up, what's up? I got a battle with Alejandro here from Abra's Asylum. He's a really good battler. He's creative. He has, good narrations. Y'all definitely check him out. He's a moderator there, so, he's pretty well known. So, definitely check him out. So, he leads with this ugly, fat garbage bag thing, and it has a balloon, so ground attacks won't work on him, and he's just poison type, so that's pretty cool. But I figure he'd go for some type of entry hazard, something like that right there. So I go for the taunt, and of course it does. So he switches out into his Natteray, and I go for the nasty plot on the switch, and then I go for the Thunderbolt just to see how much it'd do, and it almost does half. And he goes for the aerial ace, and that just doesn't do anything because Natteray just, he's very physically bulky and all that, so I doubt he has any attack EVs. And I go for another nasty plot just because I know I'll be able to more than likely take him out with the next one with +4 and all that good stuff. And he sets up the Leech Seed, which is, not that big of a deal because the Leech Seed goes away once they are killed. So I go for the HP here, and he didn't know what it was. It's neutral now to steel, to that at least, because it's part grass and part steel instead of, something else. So it's HP ice, so that's neutral. And he goes for the aerial ace again, and I go for another HP ice, and that takes him out. Yep, so it's pretty good right here. He brings in his cojones. I don't know if he was thinking I might switch out or something, so I just went ahead and went for the Thunderbolt. And of course he goes for the Stone Edge since he's faster than me, and that is definitely going to take me out. And I send in Skarmory because it's pretty much a perfect counter for this thing, physically offensive, and I have a stab, super effective move. So I go for the Stealth Rock, knowing he's going to switch out, and he sends in his Victini, and I'm like, oh crap, fire, can't stay in. So I switch into my Aquarius, my awesome ass Suicune, and he goes for the Nitro Charge, and that doesn't do anything, but the secondary effect is it raises his speed one stage, so that's not that good for me. And he goes for the Thunderbolt, and this right here definitely screwed me up. This game could have been different if I hadn't have reflected right there. Instead of, I should have went for Calm Mind, because I would have been able to get 2 Calm Minds up, and then I would have been able to use my Resto Chesto, and I would have been sitting much better than I am right now with just a Reflect after using Resto Chesto, and that was just bad for me. But I go for the Surf, and that's going to take him out because I got an unfortunate crit. So, sorry about that. I'm not sure, I guess it did matter, seeing as he pretty much would have killed me with the next Thunderbolt and all that stuff, and I don't know if it would have killed him anyway. It has base 100 special attack, so I don't know, it may or may not have killed. He may have been naive or something, I don't know, but anyway. He goes for the Shadow Ball, trying to kill me, thinking I may not have the rest, but I do, so I just go ahead and get my health back, and then I switch out, and I go into my Breloom, knowing he may go for the, I'd be able to take whatever he can throw at me, and then I'd be able to force him out. So I go for the, what did I go for? Oh, I go for the Spore right here, and I put his Cobra-Euron to sleep, and that's a Steel Fighting type, one of those new legendary deer things. I guess they're deer, they look like deer to me, they all have antlers of some type and shit, so yep. He actually has the Lumberry. He predicted my Spore right there, which is unfortunate, so I'm going to switch out, knowing he'll be able to hurt me, and he's faster than me and all that stuff, into Mr. Norris, my ground flying type, and unfortunately that thing still has the Earthquake, and I thought the Stealth Rocks might pop the balloon right there, so I went for the Earthquake anyway. But I was wrong, so I have to switch out right here, and that gives him a chance to put up those damn poison spikes, which is just unfortunate. And I go for the U-turn just to go out and break his balloon and all that stuff, and I'm going to go back into Mr. Norris. Going to force him out with an Earthquake, because I know nothing he has left will be able to get harmed by my Earthquake. But unfortunately, he goes for a Thief, and he steals my Choice Scarf. And since he was +1 already from his breakable armor from my U-turn, he's able to outspeed me and go for that freaking explosion right here and take me out. So that was a really good play. You know, I did not expect that. I don't even know if he knew I had the choice scarf. So, you know, that was just really lucky on his part. Very unlucky on my part. So, you know, this battle was a little bit hacksy, especially at the end, as y'all see. But I send in Suicune, and he sends in his cojones. And he goes for the U-turn. And he sends back in Van as a fag, which is that Kobe-Uron thing. And I go for the reflect this time, which is definitely the right move, knowing he's physically attacking. And he goes for the sword stance, which isn't cool. And I'm just going to start going for surfs right here, just because I want to do as much damage on this thing as I can, knowing I will be able to just KO him with priority from Breloom. So he goes for the Sacred Sword. And luckily, Reflect actually stops Sacred Sword, because Sacred Sword's second effect is it hits regardless of stat changes, but Reflect isn't a stat change. So luckily, that is still able to save me from that, and I get an assload of damage on him. And now I can just come in with my tripping and go for Mach Punch. So take that, Van as a fag. Yep, that was really cool for me. I'm glad that happened. So he's going to send in his cojones right here, and unfortunately the Reflect wore off, or I would have stayed in knowing I could take pretty much anything he would send at me, or it would be really close at least. And he goes for the high jump kick knowing he's faster than me, and he doesn't miss or anything. If he would have missed one of those, that would have fucking saved my ass, but you know, he doesn't. Or actually, it probably wouldn't have saved my ass, as you'll see what happens later on. So I go for the Brave Bird, knowing he's going to switch into it, because this and Cojones are the only Pokies he has left. And that does a little bit below half, but it was Stealth Rock. He took Stealth Rock damage, so it would have been a little above half. And it's above half now with leftovers. So I know I won't be able to 2-hit KO. It will be a definite 3-hit KO. And I'm knowing this thing has Recover, since everything runs Recover. So predicting that, I switch back into my Breloom right here, and I'm going to go for the Spore. You know, I'd take either one of his Pokies that he has right now would be awesome to get to sleep. So he switches into his Cojones, I go for the Spore, and he's asleep, and that's really awesome for me. And, you know, I'm pretty sure I won't be able to kill him with a Mach Punch or a Seed Bomb, seeing as that is my only attacking options. So I go for the sword stance, knowing I'll be able to live, and he gets the damn second turn wake up, which is the turning point in the game. That pretty much fucked me right there. You know, that was definitely bullshit. The game would have been mine if that hadn't happened, but you know, hacks happens, you know, that's, you know, anyway. I barely lived this high jump kick with my Hee-Hee Daruma with 17, and I have the Lumberry on this, you know, just to switch on a T-Wave from a Nattare or something, you know. So, I take him out with the Flare Blitz, and of course my recoil is going to kill me. And go for the Brave Bird on his blooper just to do damage, knowing that I'd be able to take him out unless he wants to try to kill me. So I can either stall him out with that or, you know, something. I mean, pretty much he can stall me. You know, this was just going to be a massive stall battle right here. I go for the Roost. You know, unfortunately, Boiling Water second effect is a 30% chance to burn. So once he got the burn, it was over for me anyway, you know. But here I go for the Roost, then he goes for the Boiling Water, and it goes down, and he gets a fucking crit. So that's great game, Alejandro. You know, my luck. You know, just great job. Y'all check him out. You know, peace.